Fala galera, welcome to a new episode of the Strategist Corner. In this one, I'm going to show you a comparison between Power BI Semantic Models versus Strategy Mosaic, or as we call it, the Universal Semantic Layer. Power BI Semantic Models are evolving fast, and it's good that it's now part of Microsoft Fabric's IQ ecosystem, which I'm going to discuss in a future video. But the thing is, the reality is Power BI Semantic Models are very powerful as of now, right? And I'm not here to bash Power BI by no means. I know there's a large community of Power BI folks out there. They are doing great stuff with Power BI, by the way. But I'm here to discuss the main, let's say, architectural question that needs to be answered. And the question mainly is, should my semantic layer or the company's semantic layer live inside one ecosystem, as Power BI proposes, or should it live like a universal semantic layer, independent from the BI vendor? That's the main thing here that I want to analyze. Again, Power BI semantic models are great. They provide like centralized business logic. It helps with reusable metrics. It has like strong integration with Microsoft ecosystem. So for companies highly invested in Microsoft, it actually makes a lot of sense to use all these capabilities. But here's actually where the architectural conversation is completely different, right? Because Power BI semantic models are deeply integrated to the Microsoft ecosystem, while Strategy Mosaic is like approaching the problem in a different way. It's basically designed to remain universal or to remain open to any analytics tools, any BI tools, any AI tools, as I've been showing lately in some of my videos. That's really important. So if in your organization you have like different departments, different people consuming data from a single version of the tool or from the universal semantic layer using multiple BI tools, multiple analytic tools, that's not probably the best use case for Power BI semantic models. And honestly, most companies, they are in that kind of scenario. Some departments, they leverage maybe strategy. Some others, they might leverage, I don't know, maybe Tableau or Power BI itself, or Qlik, or even AI tools on top of the semantic layer. If that's the case, well, here you have a limitation with Power BI semantic models. Another very important consideration is the portability aspect. If your company is building like models that are based on, I don't know, SQL Server, well, that's a great candidate for probably a Power BI as a BI tool to become that semantic model. However, again, most companies, they don't rely only on a single data source like maybe Snowflake or just Databricks. They use multiple data sources. And more importantly, the portability aspect, as I said before. If today your company, I don't know, maybe have all or most of the data in Snowflake and later decide to migrate that to, I don't know, Postgres or Databricks or any other like BigQuery, whatever that is, that migration process in Power BI, creating a semantic layer all over again, it's heavily dependent on the modeler itself. It takes a lot of time. It's a manual process. I know there are features in Power BI that allows folks to somehow solve that issue. Things like data source parameters, all these kinds of things are helpful, but it's a very complex process in the end of the day, because in theory, the data sources, they need to share similarities. Columns must be named the same. All the mapping takes time. So it's not as easy as Power BI proposes. While in strategy, if you have like your Mosaic model based on Snowflake and later the company decides to migrate to another database, it's very easy to basically perform that portability. So that's a very important aspect, by the way. And again, would like to emphasize on this one. Mosaic is open to any tools, while the model or the semantic layer you build in Power BI, it's basically proprietary. It only works in Power BI. There's no way to extend that or to show that via other BI tools like Tableau or Snowflake. So again, if you need your Tableau users, your Click or strategy users viewing that same semantic layer, there's no way to do it with Power BI semantic models. Actually, Mosaic is part of OSI, which I discussed already in some of my videos. That means an open semantic interchange. What you create in Mosaic, you can later use in another semantic layer tool in case you decide to migrate. That's another very important aspect of, or let's say, that's another differentiator when we think about these two semantic layer tools. And finally, of course, there is the AI tools aspect, right? If you want your AI tools like Copilot, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all of them consuming the same data, there you can find limitations with Power BI because the semantic layer you create in Power BI, it's only exposed to Copilot. So no way to use it with other tools. That's a great limitation again, while Mosaic allows for this like interoperability, this universal aspect of being consumed by any AI tools. And finally, but not least, I would like to mention the time aspect to build the semantic model. In Power BI, you basically need to bring in all your tables and manually create all the relationships between the tables, then the metrics you're going to use. So that takes a lot of time. It's a manual process. While in Mosaic, you bring in the tables and AI is the one generating the model for you, as I've been showing in some of my videos. You can find that, by the way, in one of my videos right here in the channel. Okay, so that was basically it for this video. That was the comparison between Power BI semantic models versus Strategy Mosaic as a semantic layer. Again, I would like to emphasize once more, no bashing on Power BI. By no means, I know Power BI folks out there are building really nice stuff, but think about it. When it comes to having like a universal semantic layer, uh, one that is accessible through different tools, one that is portable, one that is like accessible to AI tools as well. Think about it. What is the best approach? Should we remain like tied to one ecosystem, or should we have the freedom or the possibility to use whatever tool we want? I think that's the main question that needs to be answered with this video. I would like to thank you all for watching my content. Once again, I strongly invite everyone every time to subscribe to my channel. And as I always say, I'm looking forward to seeing you all at the next corner.